All right, let's look at a couple other things that are available in Canvas. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the available resources and how to access certain assignments in Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the modules. Again, we're starting here on the front page. And if you are using a tablet, you will see over on the left, modules. So we're going to go ahead and look at Module 0 real fast. This is some of the stuff that I have posted already, but there will be a couple more things that you need to look at before you start the course. Okay, so you should have already seen the Getting Started page, which kind of talks about what you need to do to get started. You should have already read through the syllabus and watched the videos on important things to note in the syllabus. And you should have already completed the How to Be Successful in This Math class and the Self-Reflection 1 assignment. And the things to know. The course expectations. And now we are to Canvas Introduction. So we are going to go ahead and see what we got. I'm going to go over to Module A to show you some of the resources that are available and kind of guide you through this. The first thing that I'm going to provide for each module is an overview page. This is a document that I recommend printing out. The first page is going to tell you what are the topics that are covered. Module A, for instance, we are going to talk about basic classifying number systems. Basic features of numbers, which will include graphing numbers on the number line, introduction to inequalities, the less than and greater than symbol, absolute value. We will also do a couple introductory sections about factors and multiples to prepare us for fractions. We will be talking about operations with signed numbers, including adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And then we will be talking about exponents and order of operations. The second page, please note that the page numbers listed here correspond to the page numbers in the note templates that we're going to go through. These are not the pages from the textbook. The second page is going to give you more details about each presentation, including a link to the video that I have created. It also has what sections from the textbook this information is coming from, as well as the corresponding page numbers in the textbook. So if you want to go to the textbook, you can go ahead and do that there. I will show you how to access the textbook in the next video, so don't worry, we'll go through that. Now as we navigate, I'm going to come down to the bottom and I'm going to click the Next button to take us to the assignment deadline page. Here you're going to see all of the assignments that you need to complete for Module A and the recommended due date. Please note that assignments, these are the recommended due dates. These are not set in stone, so if you get a little behind, that's okay. If you're ahead, that's even better. But the main thing I do want to point out down here at the bottom is that all of the assignments for Module A are due by Sunday, 8/27. That is the day of the module test. Also on this page, you will see at the bottom the CCDM 114 and MyMathLab links. That is going to take you to the module that's created by MyMathLab to access the textbook, assignments, videos, and all sorts of other things. And we'll explore that in the next video after this. Okay, next thing we have, this is actually, should be at the end, but as I do want you to be able to access it, I did put it towards the beginning. So if you are printing these documents out, keep in mind that this should go after the A.5 notes document. No, actually after the test review document. But we will be needing to look at these as we go ahead through the Module A videos and problems and assignments. So these are all the answer keys for the try it on your own problems, for the exercises that are embedded in the note templates, and finally the test review that is at the end of the module. So please print this out so that you can check your answers as you're working on stuff. The next thing that I want to point out is the first document that is a note template. We will have, I recommend printing this out and filling it out as you go along. Some things that you can find in here, you will see vocabulary, you will see key terms, you will see procedures, and you will see the examples that are going to be worked out in the videos. The other thing that you have is the try it on your own problems. These are ones that you can try and check your answers with the answer key that we went through in the previous slide to check to see if you actually understand it or if you need to contact the instructor to ask questions before you start working on the homework. From there, we will have the video presentations, and these will open in a separate link. The video presentations are highly recommended. I do go through everything, and you will be able to see me write out the problems and listen to me so that you can follow along in real time. Section 8.1 has 2 videos associated with it, and once you finish watching those, you can then go ahead and access the homework assignment from here. This will launch an external tool, and it will just link up to this particular section. When you are done, you will need to close it and come back to here. I will show you other ways to access the assignments in the next video presentation. All right, so you're going to see that we have several of these things as we go along. 8.2, the other thing that I do want to point out is some of the note templates you will see at the end. Oh, this is a long one, I forgot. You will see exercises at the end of some of these note templates. Please note, these are for my face-to-face classes. These are not required of you, but they are a good resource if you want extra practice problems. These are especially good to help you study for the exams that are going to be on Canvas. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? The last thing that I do want to point out is the Test 1 review. This is not a required assignment, but this is an opportunity for you to practice before you take the test. This is also an assignment that I do recommend printing out at the beginning of the module and kind of just working a little bit on it each day to make sure that all of the information stays fresh in your mind. Other things that I do want to point out in Canvas. The next thing I want to point out is the announcements. I will be uploading more, and you probably will not see all of these. The first announcement is going to be posted tomorrow. And in the announcements, I will be going ahead and giving you an idea of what you need to do or what you should have already accomplished up to that date, and what you need to do to finish off the week or the next couple days. This is the first announcement, just the getting started. I'm going to come over to the announcement that will be posted on the 20th, on Sunday. And so as you see here, this past week, you should have completed the following. This coming week, you need to complete the following. And Also notice that, for instance, quiz 1, I do try to give you hints. Please make sure that you take the time to read these hints so that you can get the highest grade possible and know what are the common mistakes that students make to try to avoid them. This will be posted on Sunday, as I said, so please make sure that you read them. Please note that you are not able to access the announcements through the modules. You will have to go through separately into the other link in order to access them. The last thing that I want to point out is the discussions. 2 discussions have been posted, and I will be posting more over the next couple days for the entire semester. The first discussion is pretty straightforward. I just want you to take time to introduce yourself to me and the class and answer the following questions. Please note that you are also responsible to reply to at least one other student for this discussion. And future discussions, you are required to post to at least 2 other students. Discussion means I want you guys to discuss, and that is a 2-week streak. For full credit, this is what you need to do. Okay? If you do more than what is required, that will be reflected in your grade, and you will get extra credit. Now, to kind of give you an idea of the other discussions, this is going to be the basic layout. The first thing that I am going to point out is what are the topics that you should be discussing in this discussion. If you are behind on your assignments, it's going to be very hard for you to participate. Please note, if you are ahead of schedule, please make sure that you are only replying to the topics that are listed here. Once you've watched the videos and completed the homework assignments, I do want you to reflect on your experiences. As you work through the assignments, take note of things that you have learned or made significant progress with. I do want you to provide examples from the notes or homework. If you did not learn anything new, then at least summarize the procedure for one of the topics that is listed here. Explain how to do the problem and make sure that you include examples so that we can all follow along with what you're talking about. The second thing that I want you to do is talk about something that you are still struggling with or that you did struggle with over the course of the week. Again, provide examples from the notes or homework, and also provide details with what was it that you struggled with. The point of the discussion is to provide feedback to each other, and we cannot do that if we don't have details in terms of what did you have issues with. Finally, or the next thing, is did you use any outside resources? Did you find anything on YouTube or Khan Academy or anything else that others might find helpful? Include links if possible. The last thing that you're going to see is and analyze the error on some of these discussions. Now, it's not actually here, but there should be a problem worked out by a student, and basically what you need to do is do your best to explain what the student did wrong, as well as what they should have done to get the correct answer. All right, that is the last thing that I want to point out in terms of Canvas. From here, the next thing that we are going to look at is we are going to look at some of the MyMathLab resources.